What's up, guys? It's McNulty here. Welcome back to the channel. So just a quick disclaimer before the video starts. It looks like that SG may have changed the cost on the gem summon challenge from what was 10 pulls, which would be the equivalent of 3,000 gems, to now being a 30 pull, which will be quite a bit more than that. I just want to let you know in advance, because when I recorded the rest of this video, I thought that we were still working on the 10 pull, but Small Giant being Small Giant, they love to change things up. So take it with a pinch of salt. If you can afford the 30 pull, then it is still worth it. And obviously, I hope you guys enjoy the video. So let's get to it. What's up, guys? It's McNulty here. Welcome back to the channel. I've got a bit of deja vu today because this seems to have happened precisely about three and a half weeks ago. And it's happening again. So we're looking at the calendar again, coming up towards the end of the month. And the big reason for that, and you know what I'm going to say, is do not summon. Hold on to your gems for the next few days, because the gem summon challenge is coming back. My boy Burks G and Eliotti have been doing some incredible kind of data mining, or whatever the heck they do. In Japan, which is of course the home of sushi and Tokyo Drift, the two coolest things to ever come out of Japan. But anyways, they have been doing some sort of data mining or farming, and we know when the Gem Summon Challenge is going to be, and we also know who is going to be featured in the Gem Summon Challenge. So that's kind of what we're going to have a look at today. We have a pretty banging lineup of heroes that are going to be featured. So I'll just scroll down the calendar here. You can have a little look. Where is it now? It's going to be on the 28th. There it is, or 27th, I should say. And it's going to run for 24 hours. But looking at the lineup in this Gem Summon Challenge is just ridiculous. I mean, these heroes are some of the most desirable heroes, and you're going to be able to have a chance to get one of them for free. So in case you don't know what's going on with the Gem Summon Challenge, I'm going to go over the list. I'm going to go over the heroes that are going to be featured in just a second. I have put something together, but of course it's kind of last minute. So you know me, it's going to be a little bit janky. But that being said, let us jump in. We'll get right to it and have a look at who's going to be featured in the portal. I'll see you in a minute. So here we are, rocking the boat. And that's exactly what SG are doing. And I've been wanting to use this background for a while, so I think it's kind of appropriate. I just hope that none of you get seasick while we're doing this. Anyways, just if you are, then just focus on me or focus on something else in the room. I'm going to bring up the list now, I promise. So let's bring up the list of heroes that they've decided to pop into this Gem Summon Challenge. You will notice from the list that it's kind of got my own little personal touch on. So like I said, it's a little bit rough. But just look at these incredible heroes. I mean, honestly, these are pretty much I'll go out on a limb, I'm going to say it. Every single one of these heroes is a great hero. There's not a single hero on this, like the last list where there were a few duds. I mean, I was lucky enough to pull Thalassa from the last one, and I'm over the moon about that. But I would have been over the moon about probably 50% of the heroes. This one, nah, I mean, even I do have one of the heroes on, but I'll take a dupe of him, and that's Darkfeather. I'll take a dupe of him in a heartbeat. But yeah, all the rest of them, really, really great heroes. So of course, let's have a closer look. We're going to go through each one. Now, the way it works with the Gem Summon, you've got to do 10 pulls with gems. Just before we get into it, you have to do 10 pulls with gems. You can do it in any portal, and every pull that you do builds up until you get to 10. Once you get 10 pulls, then you will get a random hero from this list. Now, it's random, completely random. The odds are exactly the same for all of them. So you could come away with one that you maybe have already. But at the end of the day, like I said before, it's still a free 5-star hero. So it's worth holding on to your gems. And hopefully there will be some decent portals open at that point. If there aren't, then it's a freaking dumb move, but I'm pretty sure that there will be, to be fair. So the first hero I've got on this thing And I'm going to go through in order of, I'll go through because we've got goblins and we got Thorns basically on the list. So the first one coming up is Mad Hammer. Mad Hammer was featured in the most recent Soul Exchange at 20 souls. 20 souls you would have had to earn or save up, and then you would have had to pull the trigger in a Soul Exchange and get Mad Hammer. Now you're going to be able to do 10 pull with gems, which is not a guarantee that you're going to get a 5-star hero anyway. So it wouldn't have been one of your 20 souls. And she could just pop out. So yeah, I think it's really cool. And hopefully those who picked her for 20 souls are not going to be too mad at it. But yeah, commiserations, or maybe, maybe you get a dupe. And then if you love her a lot, then level her. She's still a really, really good hero. She has so 500% damage to the target, and then 50% chance to deal 450% damage to another random different enemy. She also summons a Black Boar Mega Minion, and the Mega Minion has had their HP increased. So I've not got the exact amount, but they've had the HP increased for the Mega Minion for her. And then the target that's hit by the Black Boar Mega Minion can't get their status elements cleansed or reallocated by special skills for the following 3 turns. So that's pretty dope. I mean, she's doing a lot, to be fair, and she's a pretty hard hitter, but she's probably one of the lower ones on this list. So let's move on to the second. And I can't believe I'm saying that because she was featured at 20 souls. So let's move on to the second hero that we've got on here. So this is Scrollbeast. Now, Scrollbeast is an ugly mofo, but he is also a goblin. He was one of the latest released goblins, and Scrollbeast is a pretty awesome hero now that they've given him a bit of a buff. I believe, let me just check my notes on Scrollbeast. So I've got it up here. Yeah, so his growth or his wither used to be 350 attack. It's now gone up to 400, and his Mega Minion has been increased, I believe. Let me just double check on him from 65%. Yeah, it's still the same as it reads on this card. So he deals 335% damage to all enemies. It's not as hard as some of the other slow speed heroes that we see, but he does give a massive amount of wither to the attack. So it's 400 wither. And then he summons a Mega Minion as well. His Mega Minion is one of the most annoying Mega Minions out because it gives its owner the ability to counterattack with 100% of the damage received, as long as they have the Mega Minion. So you got unless you have a hero that negates Mega Minions completely, you're kind of stuck. So you just have to deal with that Mega Minion until it goes away. And his team power is really good as well. Like, he's really, really strong. So yeah, Scrollbeast would be a good pick from this portal. I think he would be really good in Rush, probably better in Rush, but he's still going to be usable in all areas of the game. So next on the list, another goblin. And this dude, like I said, he's the one that I have out of the goblins that are featured on this list. In fact, out of all of the heroes, he's the only one I have. And I would gladly take a dupe of him in a heartbeat. So Dark Feather is on this list. I mean, everybody's been waiting for Dark Feather to be featured in Soul Exchange. If you don't know, Dark Feather is probably one of the best Titan heroes out. Like, he's increased my Titan scores to no end. He gives growth on the attack and on the defense, so he makes your team more survivable. Plus, he increases their attack. Plus, he gives them that damage after he fires, so it's like a Guardian Hippo effect, just smacking everybody down. And he's such a great hero, honestly. Like, to be in this portal where you could just grab him for free. Like I said, if I got a second copy of him, I'd level him in a heartbeat. Stats-wise, they are lacking behind a little bit, but still, it doesn't really matter. When you've got an evergreen hero like this, his stats don't matter quite as much. Unfortunately, there are a few heroes out there which sort of negate the growth effect completely. So obviously, if you're going up against heroes like Fergus, for example, then Dark Feather's probably not your best choice, but he's pretty much your best choice against 95% of the other heroes out there. So yeah, you'd be doing really well if you get Dark Feather. Now let's move on to our next hero in the bunch. And he's another insanely good goblin. Makes a really, really awesome tank if people don't have a counter to the growth effect. And that is my boy Grimsteel. So initially when Grimsteel came out, I gave him a hard time because I didn't really understand how powerful the growth effect is. And on this guy, he basically gives the highest amount of growth of any hero out, I think, at the moment. I think I'm still probably safe in saying that. But he, first of all, recovers 54% health for all allies, which is huge. And then his growth, all allies get, I think it's now increased to 450 attack on the growth and 400 defense. So basically just puts up a shield wall that's almost impossible to break and makes everybody a whole lot more powerful. And then all allies get 30% mana generation for 4 turns, which is awesome. And if the effect's removed before the duration ends, then they get a 10% mana bonus straight away. So you dispel it, he gives them mana. And plus, if you were, or if you are in the future lucky enough to get any of the Solstice summon heroes that we've seen, the Mahayoda family or whatever they're called, you will be doing really, really well to get this guy because, or any of the goblins that give growth, because they benefit from the growth effect. It's like their family bonus that feeds off of that. So yeah, another reason to want a goblin that gives growth. And Grimsteel, yeah, he's freaking amazing. I would love him, honestly. So next on the list, we have Fizz Coil. I can't believe it. I mean, honestly, this guy as well is just a ridiculously good attacking hero. Like, he runs at fast speed, first of all, which is awesome. He deals 240% damage to all enemies, which is awesome. And he gives Wither. So all enemies get negative, I think it's now 200 attack and negative 200 defense. Every time he fires at fast speed, you're reducing the enemy's attack and defense, and they cannot get rid of it, obviously, unless they've got a Garrison Guard that gets rid of Wither, or another hero that blocks Wither. But Garrison Guard's pretty much the main one. Other than that, though, you're golden with Dark Feather. I mean, with Fizz Coil, sorry. And you will get also the benefit of using him against Titans and things like that as well with the Wither effect. If you get, if you've got Dark Feather, you get Fizz Coil. I can see myself personally, I would do that, pair them up, and then go to town. And then all enemies get negative 30% mana generation. So he's not done yet. You thought he was done? No, he's got more in the tank. And then before the duration, if the effect's removed before the duration ends, then the mana of the target with the effect is reduced by 5%. So it's like he reduces your mana and then he dares you to cleanse it. And if you do cleanse it, then obviously you're getting your mana reduced, which just sucks. So yeah, Fizz Coil's great. Like every single one of the goblins. So, I mean, those are all the goblins. So I think we've got 5 goblins. Let me just double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out of the 5 of them, I mean, I'd be least impressed with probably Mad Hammer or Scrollbeast. But still saying that, I would definitely max both of them in a heartbeat. Like, they're all good heroes. Just Dark Feather, Grimsteel, and Fizz Coil are what I would call great heroes. So yeah. Now, we have the Thorns that are being featured as well. And this is also pretty unbelievable because the Thorns are one of the newer families. The Wilderness Portal, they still don't have their own event or anything like that. They are chucking other heroes in with them now. So maybe that's why they're sort of pushing them. But at the same time, the Thorns have one of the strongest family bonuses in the whole entire game. So number one, they resist insanity. So they have an innate resistance against insanity as their passive. Their family bonus gives them either a 75 or 100% chance to resist mana reductions and mana status ailments. And then they've been given a buff more recently that means that they get, if they resist mana reductions or mana status ailments, they get an empowered resistance. So they get 5% mana per time they resist. Just crazy, right? So they resist insanity. You can get it if you have to be 100% resistance against mana reduction as well. Otherwise, it's 75%. And they deal 50 or 100% more damage to minions and to mega minions. So if you've got 2 on your team, 100% extra damage. Just 1 on your team, 50% extra damage against mega minions. And that's before we even get to the specials. So you tell me you do not want one of these wilderness heroes. Like, I mean, I couldn't, like, personally. But anyways, so let's have a look at who's featured. So They are featuring Araminta, who's just got the coolest looking thighs, next to Philomena. Of course, we can't not mention Philomena when we're talking about thighs. But yeah, the thighs aren't everything with her. She's also a really good hero. So apart from what I already said about the resistances that she gets, she's fast speed. She deals 260% damage to all enemies. And then she gives a stack with a maximum of 10, where all damage all enemies receive is increased by 7%. So it doesn't sound like a lot, but it's a stack, so it stays there. All damage they receive is increased by that amount, so you can get up to 70% increased damage, which is crazy. Again, really usable against Titans or for longer battles as well, but she's at fast speed, so she can fire off a lot of times. And then all allies get 10% mana, just a mana boost after 2 turns, or immediately if the effect's removed before the duration ends. Great hero, perfect thighs. Yeah, really good. Let's move on. So the next hero that we've got in the Thorns is a absolute destroyer of worlds. So Tamlin is going to be in the group as well. Again, I just can't believe it. Tamlin he is at slow speed, but I mean, check this out. Like, aside from the family bonus, which we've already gone over, I won't bore you to death with that again. But it's great. He deals 450% damage to all enemies, which is a lot of freaking damage. And then he gives an enhanced defense element where all enemies get negative 64% defense against special skills. It lasts until the enemy takes damage from a special skill 6 times. I had to stumble when I said that. 6 times they get negative 64% defense against specials, and you can't remove it. I mean, come rush, you're just going to just wipe the slate with this guy. And then after the enhanced defense element ends, or is removed, the enemy gets silenced for 6 turns. This guy's just too good. Like, honestly, he is very, very brilliant. He runs at slow speed. I don't think he gets the greatest rap, but he is a freaking fantastic beast of a hero. And it says on the calendar, and I trust my boy Berks G, that this is going to be the list that's featured in, and hopefully this will keep SG honest as well, because this is a great list and I really, really am looking forward to it. So yeah, Tamlin's going to be awesome. And then we've got Gideon as well. So Gideon's going to be in there, another Thorn. He's an interesting one because he runs at slow speed, but like, I've heard a lot of great feedback, and the more I look at his card, the more I actually think I would like to have him, because I just think he's a bit like misunderstood as a hero. Because let's just look at his specials. So first of all, he safely cleanses all status ailments from all allies. Then he gives the enhanced dodge, which gives a 100% chance to dodge. So it's a guarantee that they will dodge a special skill that deals damage, and the effect lasts until they successfully dodge 1 time. So now I was like, well, why do you want that before the heal? Because it doesn't make sense. But then it's a 100% chance to dodge. So it's a guarantee that they're going to dodge the next special skill that comes at them. Now, also kind of want to know how this works with heroes that never miss, because there are quite a few of them. But assuming the hero that hits you does or can miss, they will miss. And then when they do, they've lost their special skill. So they've lost their full mana charge. And then after that, the enhanced dodge ends. Then the ally recovers 56% health and gets plus 50% defense for 6 turns. So the delayed heal in most cases doesn't work. But the great thing is that your dodge means that you can drain the enemy's mana completely and heal yourself back up to 56% at the same time. It's just so good. I really, really love it. And I think he's a great, great healer. Maybe a little bit misunderstood, but still an awesome hero to have featured in this pool. And then the next one, so we've got 2 more left. So the next one is going to be Bramble. Unbelievable. That, again, unbelievable, because I know he's been doing the rounds in the meta. I know how good this guy is. And he is going to be, you could have a chance to get him at your 10 pool if you just hold on to your gems, like I keep saying. So Bramble is running at average speed. He recovers 50% health for all allies, so massive heal. All allies gain 20% mana after 3 turns. Now that's been buffed, so it's now 25% mana after 3 turns, which is a lot. And if the effect is removed, or then it says, or immediately if the effect's removed before the duration ends, plus he safely cleanses status ailments from all allies. So he's a healer with a huge heal, massive, obviously, mana increase after the 3-turn duration, and also safely cleanses all status ailments from all allies. It's just great, perfect healer. I'd probably pick him over Gideon just because he is running at average speed, so I know that I'll get to charge quicker, but still, he's got all of the passives and everything in all the right places, except for the horns, of course. So yeah, Bramble, excellent healer as well. And then that brings us on to our last hero, and she's probably my favorite still, and she was one of the first released heroes from this portal, but Verity, if you can believe it. I probably don't need another blue hero, to be fair, but I would make an exception for Verity because she's that good. So Verity runs at very fast speed. She deals 320% damage to the target nearby. She gets all of the wonderful passives and family bonuses that we've talked about already. And then she gives the enhanced defense ailment. So the target and the nearby enemies get negative 50% defense against special skills. So similar to like what we saw with Tamlin. But the effect lasts until the enemy takes damage from special skills 3 times. So she's very fast. She's hitting the target nearby. She's giving the negative defense against special skills for guaranteed 3 times hits. And then after the enhanced defense ailment ends or is removed, the enemy gets negative 40% mana generation for 3 turns. So she's so good, honestly, on defense or on offense, however you want to use her, she's going to be a bolster to your team. So that's the list. And yeah, I mean, bring it up again. I'll put it up on the screen again, but I can honestly hardly believe it, that this is going to be what we're going to be getting come the 27th. So like I said before, either don't pull right now or save up your gems. Make sure that you've got at least, I would say, 3,000 gems so that you can do a 10 pull comfortably come the 27th and then get your hands on one of this group of amazing heroes. So that's it for today. I mean, hopefully it's been an awesome update for you guys, and hopefully it's good news for a lot of you guys who are, you know, craving that next 5-star as we all are. But yeah, please do let me know in the comments what you guys think about the heroes. Let me know who's on your wish list, and you know, from this list, which of the heroes you think are going to be the best to be able to end up with. So drop us a like and subscribe to the channel. If you're not subscribed already, then why not? Please subscribe to me. You know, I need to feed my family. No, I'm only kidding. I'm eating okay. But yeah, do drop us a like and subscribe to the channel if you don't want to miss any future content. Share it with your mother, and I'll see you again in the next video. Bye for now, guys.